Why should students be able to have fun in class, and what does it have to do with innovation? You'll see. Okay, so today we went over a few odds and ends on the things that we have to do. We went into what makes a good proposal. We went into the timeline of events and then when to turn in things and all that other good stuff. But then the rest of the period, I let them play this game, Disruptus. You can research what it is, but basically it idea generates a lot of things. You can draw simple categories from it, and you can say, okay, how would you disrupt the toothbrush industry? Or how could you transform? And by transform, you'd have to transform a toothbrush into something else. And then my favorite is connect or improve. So how would you improve it? Or my favorite is how would you combine two? So you draw two cards like fly swatter and the toothbrush. How would you combine these two? And you can do it literally or figuratively. You can make pivots. No matter what, it made us go off on so many side tangents, and that was the whole point. We started looking at possibilities. They started giving answers that were completely obvious, and then we'd shoot them down because they were completely obvious or they weren't feasible. And there's that improv theater, that yes and mentality that I think is so important that I established at the beginning of the school year. And if you've been watching these videos, you've been probably picking up on the fact that everything is right now a culture build. And so even though there were some of the craziest, weirdest ideas, they weren't made fun of. They were, we giggled or we kind of laughed, but we were like, what else we could do is this. That spirit of yes and, that spirit of building things on top of things, that idea of that's kind of crazy, but this would be even crazier, is so important to have at the beginning of the year. I cannot stress enough. And also, just having the environment that I set aside part of the day to be fun, deliberately. Because when we're having fun, that's when you're creative. When you're told to sit down and shut up, I'm sorry, creativity it's just not forced at all. So Disruptus, and you don't necessarily have to. I like this game. You can buy it on Amazon or wherever. I'm not a paid spokesperson for Disruptus, but I probably should because I go all over and talk about it, usually at presentations. But there's all sorts of activities you can do. You can Google innovation games or creativity exercises, spaghetti towers, whatever. Always those, set some time out to let them do that, because that builds your culture of innovation, of fun, of building, of trial, of error, etc., etc. So that was our big thing. If you want to know more about some of our odds and ends and nuts and bolts of the innovation class, that's what I do, it's what I train. You can go to innovationteacher.com. We have a course now on Teachable. It's StartEdUp.teachable.com. We have a free course there for the real basics. And yeah, I'm passionate about this stuff, but I don't also want to bog down these dailies with some of our really finer points because I don't have the time. Anywho, check it out, have fun, create, make the class culture a little bit, this whole, it's dying. Have the whole class culture engaging, and then always set aside for some fun in your classroom. So, this is Don Wettrick reminding you that opportunities to have fun are everywhere. Have a great weekend.